Okay. So good evening, everyone. We are going to start with lesson 7. We are going to start with grammar. Have to, don't have to, must and mustn't. Estas son bastante parecidas, okay? Bastante parecidas y con una pequeña diferencia. They are slightly different. Por ejemplo, have to significa obligación. Like you have to go to the dentist or you have to do your homework, etc. But it is used in a more general way, en una forma más general. And when they use must, is something more personal, okay? Or more like focused in someone, a specific someone, okay? Like you must do this or that, okay? Mustn't, it means forbidden. You cannot, okay? And don't have to, it means if you want, it's okay, but you don't need to, okay? So let's explain one by one. Please listen and repeat.
I have to get up at 7 every day.
I have to get up at 7 every day. Please repeat.
I have to get up at 7 every day.
Very good.
She has to speak English at work.
Please repeat.
She has to speak English at work.
Perfect. Very good. So use have to plus verb in infinitive to talk about rules and obligations. Negatives now.
We don't have to wear a uniform at this school.
Please repeat. We don't.
We don't have to wear a uniform at this school.
Very good.
He doesn't have to work on Saturdays.
Repeat.
He doesn't have to work on
He
Saturdays.
doesn't have to work on Saturdays.
Very good. So when it is negative, you use don't have to plus verb infinitive to say that there is no obligation or that something is not necessary. Okay? So affirmative is obligation. Negative is not necessary. Not that it's not an obligation. It's not necessary. O sea, en la forma negativa tiene un sentido diferente. Okay? Questions?
Do I have to buy a grammar book?
Please repeat.
Do I have to buy a grammar book?
Very good.
What time does she have to get up in the morning?
Yes, repeat.
What time does she have to get up in the morning?
Very good. Now, we have here, use do or does to make questions and negative. Do I have to go? Not have I to go. That is wrong. Don't contract have or has. I have to go, not I've to go. Okay. En esta situación no se debe hacer la contracción de I have. Okay. And then how do we conjugate the verb? Like have, vamos a utilizar don't or doesn't como cualquier verbo en present simple, ¿ok? Ahora, must y mustn't. Mustn't. Hay un T ahí que es silencioso. Mustn't. ¿Ok? El primero. Please listen and repeat.
You must do your homework tonight.
Must do, no, you must do. You must do. Cuando hay un T y un D juntos, no se pueden pronunciar los dos. ¿Okay? You must do. You must do. No, you must do. ¿Estamos? You must do your homework tonight. Let's listen again and repeat, please.
You must do your homework tonight.
Let's repeat.
You must do your homework tonight.
Very good.
She must tidy her room before she goes out.
Please repeat.
She must tidy her room before she goes out.
Perfect. Very good. Entonces aquí tenemos dos T's juntas. Se convierten en solo uno. She must tidy. She must tidy. She must tidy her room before she goes out. Okay. Now let's see negative. Oh, sorry. We use must plus a verb in infinitive without to talk about rules and obligations. O sea, lo mismo que con have to. Next one.
You mustn't leave your bags here.
Repeat, please.
You mustn't leave your bags here.
Excellent. Very good.
I mustn't forget to call her tonight.
Repeat.
I mustn't forget to get her tonight.
Excellent. So mustn't is the abbreviation, the short form or the contraction of must not. Okay. And for questions, we have must and mustn't is the same for all persons. It's a modal verb. So there is no add s for he, she, it. No. All of them are the same. I must, you must, everyone must. Okay. And
Must I buy a grammar book?
please repeat.
Must I buy a grammar book?
Excellent.
When must we register for the exam?
Repeat.
When must we register for the exam?
Register. Please repeat.
Register.
Excellent. Very good. So use mustn't plus a verb infinitive without to say something is prohibited. Okay. Entonces también cambia el sentido. Must indica obligation, pero en su forma negativa indica prohibited. So let's answer some exercises. Please, Valeria. Read all the sentence, please.
You must touch the oven is hot.
You mustn't touch the oven, it's hot. Perfect, very good. Number 2, please, Daniela.
Do you must or
Unfortunately, no, because must is a modal verb, so we don't need auxiliaries.
yes, have to.
So can you read, please, all the sentence?
Do you have to send a photo with your passport form?
Excellent, very good. Ahora, si ustedes observan, no es to, es to. You have to send, okay? Not you have to send, okay? You have to send a photo with your passport form, okay? Number 3, please, Jacqueline.
No.
I barely hear you. Le escucho con dificultad.
Yes, teacher. Okay. The concert is free. You don't have to pay.
Yes, perfect. Very good. You don't have to pay. That means you don't need to pay. Very good. Number 4, please, Valeria.
I'm late for a meeting. I must go now.
Yes, very good. I must go now. Perfect. Number 5, Daniela.
Okay, leave it open. You don't have to.
You don't have to means you don't need to.
Mustn't leave.
Mustn't, exactly.
You can leave the door open. The dog will get out.
Exactly, because the dog will get out. Yes, very good. Thank you. Number 6, please, Jacqueline.
Yes, teacher. The number 6 is we must try the new Italian restaurant in town.
Excellent. Very good. Number 7, Valeria.
In Britain, Britain, this is correct?
Britain.
Britain.
Yes.
You have to drive on the left.
Exactly, because it's a rule. Excellent. Very good. Number 8, Daniela.
Okay. We don't have to.
Can you finish the
Go.
sentence, please?
Okay, we don't have to go to school next week. It's a holiday.
Excellent. Very good. Thank you. Is there any questions? No? Great then. So let's go to pronunciation. So how do we pronounce these words? Please listen and repeat.
You must use a dictionary.
Let's repeat.
You must
must
use a
use a
dictionary.
Perfect.
You mustn't use a dictionary.
You mustn't use a dictionary.
Perfect. Very good. Now, what do you hear?
1.
I mustn't forget her birthday.
I
One.
must.
I
I
mustn't
mustn't
forget her
forget.
birthday.
I
Mustn't forget.
mustn't. Yes. I mustn't forget.
1.
I mustn't forget her birthday.
Your birthday?
Nope.
No?
Her.
Her birthday.
Yes.
2.
Number 2.
She must help you.
She must help you.
She must help you.
Yes. Sorry. She must help you.
3.
Very good.
We must call him at work.
3.
We must call him at work.
We must. Again.
3.
We must call him at work.
You must call him.
Calling a work.
I don't know.
3.
Call him.
We must call him at work.
Call him at work.
Yes. We must
Mhm.
call him. She said call him or call him. Call him at work. Call him. Okay. We must call him at work.
4.
Very good.
You mustn't tell her husband.
He
4.
must.
You mustn't tell her
You
husband.
mustn't.
You mustn't.
4. You mustn't tell her husband.
You mustn't
Husband.
tell. You mustn't tell.
4.
To whom?
You mustn't tell her husband.
Tell her husband.
Her husband. Yes. Very good. Her husband.
5.
He mustn't be late.
5.
He mustn't be late.
He must be late.
Mustn't be late. Yes. Let's listen and repeat.
1.
I mustn't forget her birthday.
I mustn't forget her birthday.
2.
She must help you.
He must help you.
3.
We must call him at work.
We must call him at work.
4.
You mustn't tell her husband.
You mustn't tell her husband.
5.
He mustn't be late.
He mustn't be late. Any questions? Okay. Now, I will survive. Or will I? In Spanish. So let's see. We are going to read and listen to the text, okay? Pay attention to the pronunciation, and then we are going to answer some questions.
The British have a reputation for being bad at learning languages, but is it really true? I work for a newspaper which was doing a series of articles about this. As an experiment, they asked me to try and learn a completely new language for 1 month. Then I had to go to the country and do some tests to see if I could survive in different situations. I decided to learn Spanish because I would like to visit Spain and Latin America in the future. If I go, I don't want to be the typical Brit who expects everyone else to speak English. I did a 1-month intensive course in Spanish at a language school in London. I was a complete beginner, but I soon found that some Spanish words are very similar to English ones. For example, hola isn't very different from hello, and Inglés is very similar to English. But other things were more difficult. For example, the verbs in Spanish change for each person, and that means you have to learn a lot of different endings. My biggest problem was the pronunciation. I found it very difficult to pronounce some letters in Spanish, especially R and J. I downloaded sentences in Spanish onto my phone, and I listened and repeated them again and again. When my course finished, I went to Madrid for the weekend to do my tests. A Spanish teacher called Paula came with me and gave me a mark out of 10 for each test, and then a final mark for everything. These were the tests and the rules. Tests. You have to 1. Order a drink and a sandwich in a bar, ask how much it is, and understand the price. 2. Ask for directions in the street and follow them. 3. Get a taxi to a famous place in Madrid. 4. Leave a message on somebody's voicemail. Rules. You mustn't use a dictionary or phrasebook. You mustn't speak English at any time. You mustn't use your hands or mime or write anything down.
That's difficult. Okay, so please, Valeria, can you read the title and the first paragraph, please?
Okay. I will survive in Spanish, or will
Will I? It says, will I, or will I?
will I, sorry. Will I don't see it. Good. The British have a reputation for being bad at learning languages, but is it really true? I work for a newspaper which was doing a series of articles about this. As an experiment, they asking me to try and learn completely new languages for 1 month. Then I had to go to the country and do some tests to see if I could equal surviving. In different situations, I decided to learn Spanish because I would like to visit Spanish and Latin America in the future. If I go, if I go, I don't want to be the typical breed who expects everyone else to speak in English.
Yes, very good. Thank you. So here are my observations. For example, here is plural, so it's languages. But here is singular, so it's language.
Mhm.
Okay. Then this is but, not boo, is but.
Oh.
But.
Okay.
Okay. But, yes, very good. This word is very complicated to pronounce. So I recommend you to say asked. Okay, asked. Why? Because should be asked. Should be asked, not asked. Asked. Okay, asked. But it is difficult to say kt, asked. So it's better to say asked. ¿Por qué? Porque la T es más importante que la K, porque cuando se escucha la K, yo sé que está en present simple. I ask. Pero cuando digo I asked, ya sé que es en el pasado. Entonces ahí, el que está escuchando puede hacer la diferencia y sabe, la gran mayoría de los nativos no dice asked, te asked. I asked her. I asked her. ¿Ok? Cuando el verbo termina con el sonido t o de, por ejemplo, need, y yo le agrego la ed, va a sonar needed, needed, que es más o menos lo que sucede con el verbo aquí, que sería, let me see, it was here, decided, decided, okay? So I decided to learn Spanish. Decide, decide, decided, decided, okay? Y el país es Spain, la lengua es Spanish. Spa, Spanish, Spain, okay? Thank you. Now, please, Daniela, can you read the second paragraph, please?
Okay. I did a 1-month intensive course in Spanish at a language school in London. I was a complete beginner, but I soon found that some Spanish words are very similar to English ones. For example, hola isn't very different from hello, and English is very similar to English. But other things were more difficult. For example, the verbs in Spanish change for each person, and that means you have to learn a lot of different endings. My biggest problem was the pronunciation. I found it very difficult to pronounce some letters in Spanish, especially R and J. I downloaded sentences in Spanish onto my phone, and I listened and repeated them again and again.
Okay, very good. So some observations. We have here London, London, con A, como up. London, not London, London. And here. Yes. I found. A veces yo le escucho muy bien que dice very, pero a veces le escucho very. Ok. Le escuché apenas una vez decir B en vez de B. En general está muy bien. Down, down, not down, down. Recuerde, up and down. So downloaded, yes.
Downloaded.
Y este aquí sería listened, listened. Es como que la E no existe, listened. Y esta sí estaba muy bien, repeated, estaba muy bien. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Jacqueline, please. These last paragraphs.
Yes, teacher. When my course finished, I went to Madrid for the weekend to do my test. A Spanish teacher called Paula came with me and gave me a mark out of 10 for each test and then a final mark for everything. Continue, teacher?
Yes, yes,
No.
please.
Yes. Okay. These were the tests and the rules. Test. You have to 1. Order a drink and a sandwich in a bar. Ask how much it is and understand the price. 2. Ask for directions in the street and follow them. 3. Get a taxi to a famous place in Madrid. 4. Leave a message on somebody's voicemail. Continue, teacher? No.
Yes. Yes,
Yes.
please.
Okay. Rules. You mustn't use a dictionary or a phrase book. You mustn't speak English at any time. You mustn't use your hands or mime or
Mime.
write anything down.
Yes, very good. Okay, some observations here. So it's testes, because ends with S, testes and rules. Okay, and here, okay, aquí came. Es el pasado de come, came. So Paula came with me and gave me a mark out of 10. Aquí sería la pronunciación of, not of, out of 10. Okay, and then we have it is. Estaba bien pronunciado, pero hay que darle como más rápido. How much it is, you know how much it is. How much it is, okay? And get a taxi. Yes, follow them, follow. And somebody. And here, mime. Okay, that's all. Thank you very much. Okay, now let's see. ¿Hay alguna palabra que no entendieron? Is there any word that you didn't understand because it is new for you?
Teacher, the mime.
Exactly, yes. Mime is, for example, mime that you are sad. Mime that you are happy. So
The
mime.
expression, the face expression?
Yes, is in Spanish we call it mímica. So you mustn't use your hands or mind. For example, if I'm thirsty, I can say, please, please, quarter. No, I mustn't mind. O sea, esta persona no puede hacer mímica ni hacer ningún gesto, sino que tiene que hablar en español. Y créanme que los gringos sí pasan malos ratos aprendiendo inglés justamente por esto que él dijo, que cambian. Each person is different, with different endings. Nosotros aprendemos solamente 2 endings. For example, I work, I, you, we and they work, and he, she, it works. Y ellos tienen que aprender, yo trabajo, tú trabajas, él trabaja, trabajamos, trabajáis, trabajan. 6, pobrecitos. ¿Ok? Entonces, yo también, así, tengo que ser empática, los pobrecitos sufren mucho. Entonces, veamos aquí, vamos entonces a responder el ejercicio. Let's answer some questions. So, number 1, please, Valeria, can you read all the sentence number 1 and tell me if it is true or false?
People think that the British can learn other languages quite
Easily. Mhm.
easily.
So,
Mm, false.
false. Very good. Thank you. Number 2, Daniela.
Okay. Max newspaper wanted him to teach a language for a month.
Teach.
Teach. They work for a newspaper.
So, Max newspaper.
False because
Is to learn, not to teach, right?
Yes.
Yes. Very good. Jacqueline, number 3.
Max chose Spanish because he wants to go to Spain in Latin America. True. True.
It's true.
Mhm.
Number 4, Valeria.
Max's course Latin amount. Listed amount.
Here.
Yes, true.
True. Very good. Number 5, Daniela.
Max found Spanish birth the most difficult. True.
Wasn't difficult. He said especially R and J. Sorry, it was the pronunciation. It was difficult, but the pronunciation was more difficult. Okay. Any questions? Now let's go to the vocab. Modifiers. So this, I would like to remind you that this is British English. There is a little difference from American English, okay? So from the most to the least, which one comes first? A bit, incredibly, not very, very. Which one is the most?
Incredible.
Incredibly. Thank you. And then
Really?
Really?
really, very good. After that,
Very?
very. And then
Quite?
very good. And
Not very?
not very. And
A bit.
it.
No.
Very
A
good.
bit.
So, a bit es un poquito. Y not very es no mucho. ¿Ok? Ahora, ¿cuál es la diferencia con el inglés americano? En el inglés americano, el very va más abajo que el quiet. ¿Ok? En inglés americano es bastante, pero en el inglés británico es como enough, ¿ok? No mucho. ¿Estamos? Esa sería una diferencia con el inglés americano. Okay. Now, let's see. Here we have some words: worried, motivated, important, difficult, on, and good. Let's see which one. Please, Valeria, choose one.
I'm quiet.
No necesita ser la primera, puede ser cualquiera. Any of them.
Okay. Okay, I'm really motivated to improve my English.
Really motivated to improve my English. Perfect. Thank you. Daniela, choose one.
Okay. English pronunciation is incredibly
Incredibly what?
Important or difficult.
Important or difficult. Let's see. Oops. So it is difficult. Depends on one's point of view, right?
Yes.
Okay.
English is very important for my work studies.
English is
English is very important for my work
studies. Perfect. Valeria?
Sorry. I don't spend much money on food.
Yes, very good. Much money on food. Very good. And Daniela?
Okay. I'm a bit good about the next English exam.
No.
No?
No.
I'm a bit worried.
Yes, I'm a bit worried about the next exam. Very good. And Jacqueline, can you read the number one,
Teacher.
please?
Yes, teacher. I'm quite good at learning languages.
Yes, very good. Thank you. So we have here vocabulary, and now let's do the listening, Okay, remember the guy that went to Spain? The guy of the reading, okay? This guy went to Spain. Now let's see how was at his tests.
I arrived at Madrid airport where I met Paula. Hola, soy Max.
Encantada. Soy Paula.
Paula took me to my hotel, and that evening we went to the center of Madrid, and it was time for my first test. I had to order a sandwich and a drink in a bar, then ask for the bill. I sat down at the bar and I tried to order a beer and a ham sandwich. Por favor, una cerveza y un bocadillo de jamón.
Enseguida.
Fantastic! The waiter understood me first time. My pronunciation wasn't perfect, but I got my beer and my sandwich. I really enjoyed it. But then the more difficult bit, asking for the bill. ¿Cuánto es?
6.90.
¿Cómo?
6.90.
6.90. I understood. Paula gave me 8 points for the test. I was very happy with that. Next, we went out into the street. Test number 2 was asking for directions and, very important, understanding them. We were in a narrow street, and I had to stop someone and ask them for the nearest chemist, una farmacia. I stopped a woman. At first, I didn't understand anything she said.
Siga todo recto y tome la segunda por la derecha. Hay una farmacia en esa calle.
I asked the woman to speak more slowly.
Todo recto y tome la segunda calle por la derecha. Derecha.
I got it this time, I think. The second street on the right. I followed the directions and guess what? There was a chemist there. 7 points from Paula. Test number 3. I wasn't looking forward to this one. I had to get a taxi to a famous place in Madrid. Paula wrote down the name of the place on a piece of paper. It was the name of the football stadium where Real Madrid play. We stopped a taxi. El Bernabéu, por favor.
¿Qué? ¿Dónde?
He didn't understand me. I tried again, but he still didn't understand. I was desperate, so I said, Real Madrid Stadium, football.
Ah, el Santiago Bernabéu.
Finally. Paula only gave me 5 because I ended up using English. Still, at least I made the taxi driver understand where I wanted to go. And so, to the final test. I had to leave a message in Spanish on somebody's voicemail. I had to give my name, spell it, and ask the person to call me back. Paula gave me the number. It was one of her friends called Lola, and I dialed. I was feeling a bit nervous at this point because speaking on the phone in a foreign language is never easy.
Deje su mensaje después de la señal.
Buenas noches. Soy Max. Max. M-A-X. Por favor, llámame esta noche. Oh, yes. A las 8:30. Gracias. Well, my grammar wasn't right, but I left the message. Half an hour later, at 8:30, Lola phoned me. Success! Paula gave me 8 points. That was the end of my 4 tests. Paula was pleased with me. My final score was 7. I was quite happy with that. So, how much can you learn in a month? Well, of course you can't learn Spanish in a month, but you can learn enough to survive if you're on holiday or on a trip. Now I want to go back to England and try and learn some more. Adios.
Nice. Okay. So let's answer. Number 1, please, Valeria.
False.
You read the sentence, please.
Okay. The waiter didn't understand Max.
Thank you. Number 2, Daniela.
Okay, the bill was 6 euros. False.
Q, euros.
You,
Yes, euros. Yes, thank you. Jacqueline, number 3.
The chemist got the first street on the right. False. The second street.
The second. And this is chemist. Okay, thank you. Number 4, Valeria.
The driver understood the name of the stadium. False.
False. Very good. Stadium. Very good.
Stadium.
Excellent. Number 5, Daniela.
Max made a grammar mistake when he left the voice message. Max made a grammar mistake. I don't know.
See.
Famous place in Madrid. I tried again, but he still didn't taxi driver understand where I wanted to go. And so, to the final, I had to give my name, spell it, and ask the person to call me back. Paula gave me the number. It was one of...
Deje su mensaje después de la señal.
Buenas noches. Soy Max. Max. M-A-X. Por favor, llámame esta noche. Oh, yes. A las 8:30. Gracias. Well, my grammar wasn't right, but I left the message.
And
True.
true. He said my grammar wasn't right, but I left the message. Very good. Number 6, please, Jacqueline.
Yes, teacher. Max final mark was 8 and 12.
False.
Yes, teacher.
How much it was?
7.
7. Okay, great. The final. Yes, number 7, please, Valeria.
Max says you can learn Spanish in a month. True.
True. This is says. Max says.
Says.
I say, but he says. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So he said that you can't, but the basic, yeah.
That was the end of my 4 tests. Paula was pleased with me. My final score was 7. I was quite happy with that. So, how much can you learn in a month? Well, of course you can't learn Spanish in a month, but you can learn enough to survive if you're on holiday or on a trip. Now, I want to go back to England and try and learn some more.
And the
Adios.
number 1, the waiter didn't understand Max. No, the waiter did understand Max because he said a sandwich and he brought it. Okay, so that was true. Okay, so that was lesson 7C. Okay, so shall we continue with 8A, or you want to practice and do some speaking? What do we do now? Would you like to do some speaking? Hello? Hello?
Yes, speaking.
Yes? Okay. So I have some questions here.
What is the spoken?
Spoken means is the past participle of speak. Spoken. So this is the present perfect. Have you spoken to a tourist in English? Anyone would like to answer this question? ¿A alguien le gustaría responder esta pregunta? El present simple, perdón, el present perfect. 7A, infinitive, B, gerund, grammar. Present perfect future. Here we have A, should, C, yes. Okay, so here, cuando yo utilizo el present perfect, significa que es un tiempo pasado, pero cuando sucedió no es importante. Entonces yo voy a hacer preguntas en el present perfect. Por ejemplo, have you spoken to a tourist in English? Eso lo puedo interpretar en español como, ¿alguna vez has hablado con un turista en inglés? O sea, desde que tú naciste hasta ahora, ¿has hecho eso? Ok. When and why? Daniela, have you ever spoken to a tourist in English? Or anyone in English?
Yes.
When?
When cuando respondo digo igual spoken o speak.
Ahí sería, depende. Dime la frase, el inicio.
Como
¿Cuándo
decir
sucedió?
yo cuando tuve un paciente
Ok.
extranjero.
Entonces ahí hay digamos, una situación específica en un tiempo pasado consumado. Entonces ahí usted primero dice, yes, I have. O sea, sí lo he hecho. Y después ya utiliza el past simple porque es una situación que ya se realizó. Entonces, when I had a foreign patient. Cuando tuve, when I had a foreign patient. Okay.
When I had.
Exacto. I had. Entonces, el present perfect, vamos a utilizarlo nada más que para indicar que la situación ocurre en el pasado, pero cuando no. Y vamos a utilizar el past simple cuando estamos dando detalles. ¿Cuándo sucedió? ¿Cómo sucedió? Por ejemplo, have you ever been to Europe? Yes, I have. When did you go there? Ahí ya estoy utilizando el past simple. When did you go there? I went there in 2021, por ejemplo. ¿Ok? Entonces, el present perfect es como para más cosas en general que alguna vez acontecieron. ¿Ok? Present simple para cosas más determinadas. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Right. Jacqueline, have you ever had to speak in English on the phone?
No.
Yes, I have. No, I haven't.
No,
No, I haven't. Okay. Tomorrow I will call you. Okay. Valeria, have you ever seen a film or video clip in English? Yes, I have, or no, I haven't. Valeria. Ok, Daniela, ¿cómo responderías esto?
Yes, I have.
Okay.
I saw, or what?
I saw.
I saw a movie
Mhm.
named Harry Potter.
Okay. Did it have subtitles?
No.
Oh.
No,
How
it
much
have-
did you understand? The percentage?
Um,
80, 90?
50%.
Okay, ok. Entonces, ¿se fijó? Have you ever seen? Ahora, ¿cuál es la diferencia entre seen a film and watch a film? Hay una pequeña diferencia. Cuando decimos porque movie es inglés americano y film es inglés británico, hay una seen, have you seen, significa ir al cine para ver la película. Pero si yo digo, have you ever watched film? ¿Ok? Ahí ya significa que es en la televisión, que es en casa. Pero seen a film implica ir al cine para ver la película. ¿Ok? Great then. Jacqueline, have you ever read? Y observen que aquí no dije read, read. ¿Por qué? Porque el verbo en el infinitivo es read, en el pasado es read y en el participio también es read, ¿ok? O sea, leí y leído se pronuncian igual, se pronuncian como el color rojo es red, pero en las tres situaciones se va a escribir de la misma forma. Have you read a book or magazine in English?
Yes, I have.
Yes, I have. Very good. Which one?
I read a book. in English.
Excellent. Very good. Valeria, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. Have you ever asked for directions in English in a foreign city?
No, never. No, I don't.
No, I haven't.
No, I haven't. Sorry.
Very good. Now, Daniela, have you ever used an app or website to improve your English?
Yes, I have.
One.
The app of I don't remember the name.
Okay, no problem. Jacqueline, have you ever learned another foreign language?
No, I can't.
Yes, you have.
Yes,
English.
sorry, the English. Yes.
Yes. How well can you speak it? I think quite good, right?
The right teacher? No.
Quite good means suficiente, bien.
Yes.
Okay? Okay, then. So let's see. So what we have now is viene aquí de Practical English. Por favor, vean, aquí hay vocabulario, feeling ill. Let's do it.
I have a headache.
Please repeat.
I had it. I have a headache.
I have a headache.
I have a cough.
I have a cough.
Have a cough.
Ajá, para que vean cómo es loco inglés con GH, pero se pronuncia cough.
I have flu.
Have flu.
I have flu.
I have a temperature.
I have a temperature. Please repeat.
I have a temperature.
Very good.
I have a bad stomach.
Have a bad stomach.
I have a bad
I have a bad stomach.
I have a cold.
A cold.
I have
Yes.
a cold.
Very good. So, Valeria, what is this?
I have a headache.
I have a
Headache.
headache. Yes. Very good. Next one. Daniela.
I have temperature.
No, I think it's I have flu.
Flu. Oh,
I think so. What's the difference between
what? I don't understand. I don't listen.
the difference between flu and cold?
Flu is the influenza.
Exactly. Yes, it's
The microorganism?
stronger. Yes. Yes. Jacqueline, what is this?
I have a bad stomach.
I have a bad stomach. Very good. And Valeria?
I have a temperature.
Yes, very good. Daniela?
I have a cold.
Yes. Perfect. And Valeria? Or Jacqueline?
I have a cold.
I have a cold.
Yes, I have a cough.
Sorry, Jacqueline.
No worries. Bravo. So we have here going to this pharmacy. Okay. Let's do this.
You okay?
Me? Never better.
It's beautiful here, isn't it? I think this is my favorite place in New York.
Yeah, it's great.
So how's it all going? Are you happy you came?
To Central Park at 7:15 in the morning?
To New York, Rob.
Yeah, of course I'm happy. It's fantastic.
Really? You aren't just saying that?
No, I mean it.
You need to get in shape, Rob.
I know. I'm a bit tired of eating out all the time. It isn't good for my figure.
It's the restaurants you go to. Why don't you come over to my place after work? I can make you something a little healthier.
I'd really like that. Thanks.
So, how do you feel now? You ready to go again?
Oh, yes. I'm ready for anything.
Are you sure you're okay?
Absolutely.
Okay. We'll only go around 2 more times.
2? Excellent.
So, number 1. How does Rob say he feels, Valeria?
Terrible.
Terrible. Okay. Number 2, Daniela, what does Jenny say about Central Park?
It's lovely.
Very good. Number 3, Jacqueline, is Rob happy he came to New York?
Yes. Yes.
Very good. Number 4, what is Rob tired of doing, Valeria?
Running.
Running. Okay. Number 5, what does Jenny invite him to do, Daniela?
Oh my God.
She said that she could prepare something healthy. Okay.
Have dinner at the place.
Exactly. Yes. Number 6, Jacqueline, how many times are they going to run around the park?
Another 2 times.
Yes, very good. So let's check. And it says that he feels very happy because he is in New York and he's tired of going to restaurants. Okay. Now let's see. Number 2.
Good morning. Can I help you?
I'm not feeling very well. I think I have flu.
What are your symptoms?
I have a headache and a cough.
Do you have a temperature?
No, I don't think so.
Are you allergic to any drugs?
I'm allergic to penicillin.
No problem. This is ibuprofen. It'll make you feel better.
How many do I have to take?
2 every 4 hours.
Sorry, how often?
2 every 4 hours. If you don't feel better in 48 hours, you should see a doctor.
Okay, thanks. How much is that?
It's $6.99, please.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
So let's try to get all the dialogue in order. So, good morning. Can I help you? Valeria, which one?
I have a headache and cough.
And then comes, what are your symptoms?
No. That's just incorrect. Oh my goodness.
Okay, where I put this?
I'm not feeling very well. I think I have flu.
I'm not feeling very well. I think I have the flu. Very good. Thank you. Now, Daniela, what are your symptoms?
I have a headache and a cough.
That's very good. Do you have a temperature, Jacqueline?
No, I don't think so.
Good. Are you allergic to any drugs, Valeria?
I'm allergic to penicillin.
That's very good. No problem. This thing, it will make you feel better. Daniela?
How many do I have to take?
2 every 4 hours. Jacqueline?
Sorry. How often?
2 every 4 hours. If you don't feel better in 48 hours, you should see a doctor. Valeria?
Okay, thanks. How much is that?
That's $6.99, please. Daniela?
Thank you.
Excellent. Very good. Okay, so you can continue here, okay, at home. Esto aquí, la verdad, lo hicimos más porque tiene palabras que tienen que ver con la salud. Pero esto lo pueden hacer en casa, ¿ok? Entonces, paramos aquí. And next class, we are going to check lesson 8A. So please get the vocabulary, try to practice vocabulary before our next class, okay? Thank you so much for attending the class. Have a great weekend and see you next Friday. Bye-bye. Good night. Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you.